Hello everyone, welcome to my platform. My name is Arifa Zahir and today I'm going to talk to you about 5 simple tips that are going to help you ace the reading examination. Tip number 1, time limit. Now it's very important to understand that since the IELTS reading comes after the IELTS listening examination, a lot of students may think that you would be getting an extra 10 minutes to transfer your answers from the question paper to the answer sheet. Sadly, that's not the case. In the IELTS reading examination, you do not get any extra time. The question paper is for 60 minutes, and within that 60-minute time span, you will not only have to answer the questions but also transfer it from the question paper to the answer sheet. Tip number 2, skimming and scanning. Now, it's again very important to understand that when it comes to tip number 2, skimming and scanning, each and every student who is out there needs to know how to skim and how to scan. A lot of students tell me and ask me, why is skimming and scanning so important? Skimming and scanning does not only help you to answer the questions correctly, but also helps you to answer the questions in a quicker manner. And because of that, it is essential that you enhance your skimming and scanning skills. Tip number 3 now. In case of tip number 3, very clearly I would like to share with you that paraphrasing, yes, the word is paraphrasing, is not only an essential skill which is relevant in the IELTS reading examination, relevant for the IELTS reading examination, but also for writing, listening and speaking. So you better enhance that skill, my students. So what do? It's important to understand that paraphrasing involves writing the question in your own words, or whenever you read the question, thinking about the question in another set of words. What that does is it helps you to understand that the question paper questions and the reading text may be different from each other but will imply the same thing. So in order to understand that, you'll have to know what paraphrasing is. Now, tip number 4. Tip number 4 clearly includes a very important aspect that students tend to ignore: expanding your vocabulary. Now, in the IELTS reading examination, you will come across a lot of words which you will not have known earlier. How do you get over that phase? How do you understand what is the meaning of that word? You contextualize. Firstly, that's the case. You look at the word in terms of the sentence. If you do not still understand it, or if you still have a problem with it, you read the sentence before that and you read the sentence after that, and then understand what that word could mean. Sometimes you may be right, sometimes you may get a meaning closer to the main word, but you still will be able to attempt the answer if you are able to contextualize. But do we stop only at contextualizing and then getting to know what the meaning of the word could be? No. Read as many question papers as possible, solve as many question papers as possible so that you can see how words differ from question paper to question paper, and you are in a much better control of the IELTS reading examination vocabulary. Next, last but not the least, an aspect which is important for everyone. Tip number 5, read the instructions carefully. A lot of students fail to understand that there are certain bits which cannot be ignored in the IELTS reading question paper, and those are the word limits. Some students tend to ignore the word limit and go on and write 2 or 3 words when the question paper clearly states 1 word only or not more than 2 words. Do not ignore these, my students, because they may lead to you losing your scores in the IELTS reading examination. So with that, we come to the end of the 5 simple tips for acing the IELTS reading examination. I hope you liked my tips. If you did, please do not forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel. Thank you and have a good day. To know more about us, follow me on Instagram under IELTS with Arifa, Telegram again IELTS with Arifa, Facebook, look for us at British English Trainers, that's my institute's name, and you all are already on YouTube. I would request you to like, share and subscribe to my channel Arifa Zahir. Thank you and have a good day.